I think what we need to do is we need to talk about a certain group. This is a group that has been working in the background for many decades to undermine Western civilization. And normally, if you say anything about this group, you get instant pushback. But I think we have to be brave. We have to call them out.
Is it decades or centuries?
Oh, it goes back many centuries, this group. Gentlemen, I regret to inform you, we have to talk about women. Before I do, let's make a nod to the premium podcast that you can get on the website. This one is Relationship Advice from who's it from? Patrice O'Neill. So excellent video that you can go and get it right now. I will say I will give a bit of a sop. Not the trad, conservative women. I quite like them.
Yeah.
But progressive women. God, they're just bloody awful.
As you may know, YouTube arbitrarily demonetized our channel, so I'd like to thank Lotus.com's first sponsor, Atlas VPN, for supporting us and providing a service that is actually useful as we move into our new cyberpunk dystopia. Atlas VPN Premium is just $1.83 per month, with 3 months extra and a 30-day money-back guarantee if you aren't happy with the service. Follow the link in the description to sign up. You'll be liberated from region locks, so you can watch streaming content from anywhere in the world, but I think more importantly is that it masks your IP. Firstly, this prevents us from being spied upon by the various state dragnets. We find it important that it keeps your Google searches private, which prevents them from tailoring the results based on your past searches, which prevents them from hiding information because they've built up a profile against us. It also protects you from being the target of malicious ads, trackers, and malware, and informs you when someone is trying to steal your data. There has been a spate of people getting their accounts hacked recently, and Atlas VPN helps protect against that. Atlas VPN is also easy to install. Even I could do it without assistance. What you're seeing now is the footage I recorded of myself installing the thing. Once you're logged in, you can see that you just need to click on the location that you want to tell the internet where you want to be from, and you're all set. To repeat then, Atlas VPN Premium is just $1.83 per month with a 3-month extra and a 30-day money-back guarantee if you aren't happy with the service. Follow the link in the video description to sign up, and remember, supporting them is supporting us, so please do check them out.
I think we've got a video that we can get into which makes this point. Let's watch this.
Realizations I recently had was that as a liberal woman, it is really hard to find a man who is willing to play the more traditional masculine role in the relationship in today's day and age, who is not a conservative. A man who wants to pay on the first date, who wants to open your door, who has that want and desire to take care of you and to provide, who is not a conservative. And obviously, as a liberal woman, I do want to be respected for my independence. And I do want to have my own autonomy in the relationship and not be confined or conform to the traditional female homemaker, childbearing role. And most of the men that I've dated who do have that more natural provider masculinity about them are normally conservative. So I don't really know what to do because I don't want to compromise my morals and values just to find a man. But am I asking to have my cake and eat it too?
There's everything wrong with that. Just everything wrong.
Yes.
From the beginning to the end.
I mean, for a start, making a video while you're supposed to be driving, I mean, that doesn't help. And it just gets worse from there. So basically, oh, God, you're right, everything. She wants the tradition. She wants all the benefits of the traditional gender roles.
Yeah.
But doesn't want to offer anything in exchange.
Yeah.
She says that she doesn't want to be constrained by traditional gender roles, and then immediately saying that she wants a man who's constrained by traditional gender roles.
I have said it for years.
Yeah.
I think women who are pushing forward this woke nonsense,
yes,
they do this as a test. Women love to test us. And I think they do this. I don't know if they understand it, but they are saying that they want this,
so no,
they are rejecting the people who act accordingly.
I've got thoughts on shit tests. I think that is a useful, evolved mechanism because look, you don't want to be 8 months pregnant and have a saber-toothed tiger up your ass, and then all of a sudden you find out that your man's got no bottle. So there is good evolutionary reasons why you want to push at a man and to see if he stands up for himself. And I think a lot of that is also that women, and you're right, it's all on autopilot. They have no idea that they're doing it.
Completely unreliable testimony.
It's all baked in. But part of it is, for women, there is only a sort of, there's a single scale, and it goes from 1 to 10 as to their qualities. With a man, you can have multiple different ranges of quality. Bernie Ecclestone, not a physical Adonis, but he is, he has other things going. There are multiple different spectrums for men, and so it is harder for women, I think, to understand what qualifies as necessarily as a high achieving man.
Yeah.
But so they outsource that problem to the guy, where they give him a hard time to see if he understands his value. Because this is how you respond to a shit test. If you're in a sort of new relationship, if you're just like, well, okay, go then. I'll just get somebody else. If you do that, they will instantly shut up. It's like, oh, okay, well, I can't.
Next level now. We need to change the game.
But if you start apologizing for yourself, then she has recognized that you understand that you are punching up. You're out of your league effectively at this point, and then she can respond appropriately.
Punching bag.
Yeah, this is like, I hate it when you see boomer men do this. They refer to their wife as their better half, and they start doing this debasement thing, and she's so much better than me. God, women bloody hate that. Yeah, they do. But anyway, back. Sorry, that was all about shit tests. Back to this woman. I mean, the bigger point is that society used to do a lot of telling people no.
Yeah,
they would have told women like this. No, don't be so silly.
Yeah.
But all of that has been eroded. So you're suggesting that she's doing a bit of a shit test. She could still be doing the shit test by the time she's like 39, and
even after that.
Yeah. And then
that's the dangerous area.
Bottles of one bottle of wine, isn't it? Yeah. You can count. Now, Connor put up actually a very good post. So rather than me having to be clever and think about exactly what was wrong with it, Connor has done it for me. So let's just read this. A suggestion to this woman who is suffering from cognitive dissonance. The masculine aesthetic you are attracted to is inexorable from the conservative values you have been taught to hate. Delaying gratification, making sacrifices, choosing duty and hard work over expedient pleasures. They make a man strong, respectable and attractive to women on a deeper level than post-feminist programming can reach. The men likewise want a woman who is the emotional cornerstone of their life, who inspires them to provide for her and respects the sacrifices he makes. He does not want a woman who will have one foot out the door emotionally and financially at all times. He does not want to invest in a relationship with a woman who could divorce or kill his unborn children as an option.
I think...
Well done, Connor.
Yeah. I think when it comes to dating tips, very frequently when men do what women tell them that they want them to do, they get instantly rejected.
Oh, you cannot, because you do not ask women for dating tips.
Yeah.
You don't see fishermen asking the fish how to fish, do you?
No.
Yeah.
But I think it's more complex than that, because all of it, the attraction is what breaks the rule. So they're expressing the rule, what they find, because it's what they, when you put them on the spot, it's what they frequently feel that will make them sound a bit more appealing. It's like many women that you ask, I like Brad Pitt, or I like, this or that person. There's a distinction between what they say they want in order to appeal respectable and what they actually want. And they frequently express the complete opposite.
The first thing you need to do as a young man is to pay attention to what women respond to, not what women say they want. Yeah. They are different things.
Yeah.
And I don't want to just take aim at women in this section, because this whole how to understand masculinity is something that a lot of young men get wrong as well. And I saw this video; it's quite cringy actually. Let's play the next video. I don't know if it's got much sound to it, but you may have seen this on Twitter a little while ago. Oh no, there we go. So this is a young man who's basically engaged a young woman in conversation in a bar. I don't think we need the sound. The sound's just a bit random. But yeah, so he's engaged this woman in conversation, and then he immediately sort of turns his body away and basically sort of starts ignoring her and breaking eye contact and all that kind of thing. And
sorry, why? I don't mean to do this, but this seems to me to be like a strategy. It's the push-pull strategy.
Yeah. So
because they say if you look straight forward, it's more like confrontational. But if you're and it gets women a bit agitated and on
so
guard.
What he's done is he has misunderstood the whole concept here, because the way women work is they want a value gap between themselves. They want to perceive that the man is of higher value than them. That it's their sort of hypergamy or something. I think they call it, where they kind of want to reach up. Now, so from her perspective, there should be that value gap, and he has sort of understood that on one level, and rather than actually achieve it, he's trying to cheat the process. He's trying to shortcut it or game it. So he's kind of doing this thing where he's pointed away, she's focused on him. I mean, he's set it up like that. He's sort of turned his attention away. He's kind of half ignoring her, and he's trying to say here that she is more interested in me than I am in her. Yeah. But he's gamed the whole process, because he initiated this conversation in the first place, and then he sort of immediately started doing this. And actually, what's happened is he's come across looking like he's just socially awkward, and he can't quite maintain
to her or to everyone else,
to everybody else.
It matters it matters how it looks to her.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't think that she is the subject here. The subject here are the young men that he's presumably selling courses to, or something like that, on how to. Yeah. How to pick up women. So the real subject is actually other young men rather than this woman here. But just don't do that. If you're going to get into a conversation with a girl, give her your full attention. I mean, by all means, know your worth. And look, if you go on a date or something, and it's clearly not working out, it's perfectly fine just to be polite and say, this isn't working. Check that she can get home safe and call it off and just go. I have no problem with young men understanding their worth and extracting themselves from a situation, but don't go initiating contact with somebody, getting your mate to film it without her bloody permission, and then pulling this shit. I mean, you give somebody your full attention if you're going to be engaging with them.
Yeah, but if she is ungrateful, and you giving her your whole attention is going to actually make her less interested, because you won't give her homework. You won't give her homework to say, I need to keep.
Yeah, I think that's gaming the process. It is that thing where you're trying to present yourself as having value, but rather than having genuine value, you are you're gaming it. You're trying to shortcut that process. You're trying to flip the switches in the mind without actually having it. The way you achieve that value gap as a young man is you improve yourself.
Okay.
You sort yourself out. I mean, probably the best example I've seen of sort of natural masculine energy when it comes to engaging with women is somebody like Russell Brand. He does it perfectly. I know he's a bit of a lefty.
Yeah.
But if you see the way that he engages with people, he gives them his full attention. He's engaging. He's doing the eye contact, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
When he was a single man in London, I mean, his apartment was basically a bedroom and a waiting room.
But would it work for someone who wasn't famous?
Yeah, masculine energy applies whoever you are.
I would find it cringe if so for me, when it comes to Russell Brand, it's about his persona. There was a very fun interview where I saw that there were some models there, and he took a soap bottle and he started throwing soap on the table, and everyone laughed there.
Okay,
that was funny, but that was cringy. If anyone else did it.
You got to have a personality.
He gets away with it
off,
because it's a persona. If he started doing it, I think he would be kicked off by the
possibly. I haven't seen that.
The security guards.
Yeah, quite possibly. Now, I did have another bit that I was going to do in this segment, but basically what happened is YouTube changed their policy about 15 minutes before we came on air, so I can't talk about the thing that I was going to talk about. So I've basically.
Can you whistle it?
No, I don't think it's safe to go there. We basically got an email from the boss man. He said, right, pull any segment that has this thing in it. So I had to saw out half the segment. I reached out on Twitter and I said, somebody give me something. And somebody gave me something which roughly fits into this. I haven't even watched this yet, so we're just going to react to this and see what happens. What's this one? So this is advice to newlyweds. Let's play that. Well, I don't know how to react to that apart from they sort of nail it, don't they?
Yeah.
There was absolutely nothing wrong with that. So if you were listening, that was I think an extract from a film, a 1950s film or something like that. This is just
that Gregory Peck?
Could be. Yeah.
Giving advice.
Yeah, could be.
I think so. I may be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
This is just another example of the wisdom that the ancients knew and we have forgotten.
Yeah.
Yes, wonderful. Right now, so having ripped into progressive women and having taken aim at PUAs, I think what we need to do now is we need to give the viewers, we need to give them an example of what peak masculinity actually is. So how do we do that? Well, it turns out there is this rather excellent channel, which I've recently become aware of, called Poes Law. Now, that is a collection of traditional conservative-based women who sort of get into discussing whatever it is that women discuss. I mean, I don't know, shopping ponies. That whatever it is, they discuss these things. Yeah. Anyway, what they did at the weekend was quite inspired. What they did is they did an epic 6-hour stream where they took dozens and dozens of men from different categories. So they had things like political philosophers, actors, singers, historical figures, even YouTubers, got a mention in there, and they basically did a sort of a bit of a would you rather, one at a time, until they sort of coalesced it into apex masculinity. So I'll just read from the and this video is up now. There was a short sort of half-hour version which isn't behind the paywall, which you can go and watch, which I think is I think you should check out. Now anyway, so the stream starts. The live chat voted in a series of polls to narrow down the first round of contestants to 20 of the most desirable men, living, dead and fictional, each selected for their excellence in body, mind and soul to be crowned the most marriageable gentleman. Now the panel must decide which men are the greatest of the great, the la creme de la creme. Now, just in case you're a Zoom and you're getting confused about that reference, that is actually a French pudding, not what you're thinking. So let's have a look at one of the first segments on there. So can you see this? This is one of the matchups. It was William Dafoe versus
Machiavelli.
Yes, Nicholas Machiavelli.
Yeah.
Difficult choice, that one.
Who is more masculine?
No, it's who would you rather marry?
Huh.
So I don't know, to be honest, which of them won. What's the next one? The next one is so this is I don't know if some of our viewers will know who this is, but this is Thomas Carlyle versus somebody called Henry Cavill, who is an actor. So we all know who Thomas Carlyle is, but this Cavill chap, he plays somebody called Superman, which is a big villain in popular culture. So how to describe Superman? So basically, there was this film where the good guy Lex Luthor, he lines up a whole series of nuclear weapons all around the perimeter of California to drop California into the sea, and then the villain Superman stops him.
Yeah.
So. Bit of a villain he plays, but hopefully that didn't count him against too much. What's the next one? Oh gosh, look, that's me.
Yeah,
that's me versus who's that? James Kirk, captain of the Enterprise. Now, I actually won that one. I don't mind admitting, and. To be fair, I think that was a justified win. Yes.
I mean, the other guy would be in space.
Well, not only that...
I don't know if that was a fair contest.
Not only that, he's almost certainly got space...
Kirk would be in space. He would just explore the galaxy, and you would stay here on Earth with the lass.
Well, on an even more fundamental level than that, Kirk's...
She would have to be really committed to him not to marry
Kirk's obviously got space chlamydia, isn't he? I mean, almost certainly. Did you see that episode where he gets with the green girl?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, that was one of the ones. Now, I'm sure that green girl is going to be all sassy about it, and she's going to be like, yeah, once you go green, you don't go back. But all these ladies were just thinking, yeah, once you go green, we don't want you back.
Yeah.
So, that's a problem. And the other thing is Kirk has this whole tagline thing, which I just always found incredibly unrealistic, because these episodes, they would always sort of have the same sort of format. He would go to a planet where there'd be some big dispute, and the space princess would be there, she would negotiate. Let's call it that, to get him on side with whatever dispute was happening on that planet, and he would be there with his tagline of boldly going where no man has gone before. Now, even as a kid, I listened to that and thought, nah, mate, I don't think you are. because Space Princess has just woken up this morning and she's decided to put on the micro skirt and the belly jewel. I don't think this is her first negotiation there, mate. So yeah, come on. I mean, a goal's a goal, but be realistic, mate. And what's the next one? What have we got? Oh, look, that is Stannis Baratheon versus Batman.
I mean, sorry, but Stannis was a loser.
Yeah, but if you go for Batman,
he was entitled. He can't say, no, the throne is mine.
But he was a lord.
Did he stand up to the title?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not a great choice. But the thing is, if you go with Batman, you're almost certainly going to get murdered by the Joker, aren't you? At some point, so yeah. Sorry,
Stannis won.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little bit hazy on the details of this competition. In fact, I'm not even necessarily sure who won it in the end. Do we have any video about who won it in the end?
Okay. Now this changes everything.
Oh yeah, somebody just pointed out that's Patterson.
No. Definitely Stannis Baratheon wins. Yep. Definitely.
Not the emo version of Batman. Yeah. Do we have any video of who actually won this competition in the end? Can we watch that maybe?
Since both of these men did, I want to say rightfully, but the man with no name came in quite late. But since they did rightfully get to the final, I feel like we do have to vote on them. So just for the formality of it, it's the ladies' choice for the final round. Birdie, which of them?
Man with no name.
Patrick?
Man with no name.
Cows?
Yeah.
Maybe.
For all of my moaning, I'm gonna go with Dan.
Yay! That makes it a tiebreaker, right?
Wow. Yeah, tiebreaker.
Go on.
Well, I think in this situation, I feel like the chat should really be the tiebreaker because we did give them a vote.
Alright, let's go to chat.
Let's go to chat one more time. Because, I see both sides of the argument, and I feel like I created the tournament. I don't really want to decide the winner.
Yeah, this argument is your fault, though. I hope you realise that.
Well, I do.
Because of you.
I do think that in terms of marital happiness, I feel like Dan is the man who you can come back home to every night and have a fun conversation. He'd make you laugh.
It's more familiar, isn't it? Yeah.
I feel like if you married Clint Eastwood, you get the man with no name. He's just too mysterious. He's too.
Yeah, but that's the fun part. You imagine get to know them.
If you're comfortable that Dan would have leave me for
using the sexy songs. But I'm absolutely startled.
Do we have a final
winning the poll?
No.
The tiebreaker poll. 62 to 38. After everything I said about him being a better husband, a better provider, it seems that I've swayed the chat to my way of thinking.
Oh my
God. They're just so fickle, aren't they?
I feel
so easily swayed.
So we give it another 2 minutes, and whoever's got the highest vote on the chat gets the deciding vote. At the moment, it's 50-50.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I actually can't decide. I'm leaving it to chat. I'm putting down my tiebreaker.
Tell the truth, Bo. Tell the truth.
Yeah, I mean, down top. I've got to give it 10 seconds for the man with no name.
Someone
Really,
just
there's
put,
50 votes. There's 65 people watching. How
someone just put, it's rigged, why should I vote? Because this isn't actually rigged. We are waiting for the deciding vote.
It's rigged. So yeah, okay, I'm going to give it 10 seconds. It really gets it's not going to give you
10 seconds.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds, Dan is a
Wow.
Wow, that is...
Dan wins. Who would you wed? I want to say congratulations to her.
Yeah, I'm gonna click on the crowd.
I mean, well done.
Somebody tell him on Twitter.
Sinister is not written with a Y. Yeah, sorry.
Remarkable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do?
You won against the man with no name.
Yeah. Wow.
I have an interpretation for why this happened.
But before you do, I'm going to live action roleplay the boss meme. I think I'm supposed to get a crown and a parrot or something, but no, carry on.
I mean, they hit him with the legal stuff. Have you watched High Plains Drifter?
Who are we talking about now?
About the man with no name.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah, he's
a gunslinger though, wasn't he?
He's a gunslinger everywhere, but his behavior wasn't particularly good to women in High Plains Drifter, and
yeah. I think that's how I beat Cavill in an earlier round, because there are these persistent rumours that he treats women rather badly on set. I don't actually believe that, by the way. I think that Cavill's all right. That I think his issue is he just can't suffer idiots gladly.
Yeah.
Even if those idiots happen to be women, and but nevertheless, those rumours have persisted. So.
Excellent.
What do you think, Stelios? Do you think I should change my Twitter bio to, and you're Greek, so you'll get this reference,
Yeah.
Adonis? Or possibly, given the scale of the magnitude of the win, the Donis.
Yeah. Yeah. Or the Adonis.
There we go, progressive women. If you need a model of apex masculinity, I give you me.
Thanks for watching that segment from the podcast Lotus Eaters. If you enjoyed it and feel like watching more of the work that we do, you can subscribe to the website for as little as £5 per month and get access to all of the premium videos that we have on offer, including this recent premium video on Daycare Will Destroy the West by Connor. If you want to find out more of what he is doing, you can follow him on Twitter and Getter at @Con_Tomlinson. Thank you and goodbye.